Super lightning quick updated January trailers for the month of January for the new year 2025. This is how we're going to be doing A Nob here. In this video, I'm going to be updating my January trailers as usual as A, B, C, D. You guys know the drill for the new year 2025. Let's do it kind of quick and let's see. I've got to break a record, boys. And we're going to start off at D tier. You guys know the drill. I'm not going to be talking a lot. We're going to be trying a new little format. I'm just going to be spitting freaking bars. Daniel, old hero, needs changes. Daniel memes. Draco needs changes. Not meta, you know, it's been out of the meta. Jupiter used to be god but sucks now. What can I say? Evan, another starter hero that is of the two that you start off with, Artemis and Evan is definitely the current kind of go-to for the starter hero guys, but you know, over time he kind of got power crept and he kind of sucks now. Joel sucks now, you know. Joel fans be Joel fans. Alberon healing sucks really bad right now, so Alberon hero lock, sure, but he's not meta. You know, he needs a little more spies. Behemoth's fallen off as well, not exactly effective. Athena is pretty much the new old Kanak meme, Ophelia meme. Where is freaking Athena? I can't freaking find her. They're trying to figure out what to do with her, and everything's in shambles. And you know, legacy, whatever, what have you, is freaking like they don't even know. Second Awakening hasn't been really released. Awesome Beast, what are you gonna do? Bomby, he is not as great as some of the other, you know, to be fair, there are other options in the game now, and Bomby just isn't it right now. There are much better things, but you know, to be fair, you know, I'm not gonna hash the old saying, you know. I always say you're just gonna be compared with what else existing, and just there's a lot of power creep right now. Pharrell's another one of those that his damage is way too slow. Better picks, and I believe that is it for D tier. So we're gonna go C tier. Let's see how fast I can freaking make this. Inwrath used to be super god, and then in season 2 came out and he kind of sucks overall, but he's still being used in arena mainly. Aga, just meat shield, very good AoE meat shield. Chang'e's been you know, fan favorite, but she's middle of the road. With the latest, I'll give her C+, but I don't do middle tiers. Mercil is another one you only use her for damage boosting nowadays. Nabella has always been sucking, you know what I'm saying, but she's actually kind of decent with courage, and that is the only reason why she's C and not D. And of course, I am accounting for all max and all max legacies and etc. That's just how I do it. You know, if you want something else, you know, tell somebody else to make a video on it. But not me. Kirdan, he is being power crept. He got nerfed at one point, and he kind of, you know, the world's upside down for that guy. Shilda, another fan favorite tank. Shilda is a tank that can generate her own mighty blocks. Very good. Mighty blocks, very good. Yan, middle of the road. You know, solid. You know, solid, can heal and do some little damage. Very legacy hero, you know, has been around for a while. Kathy, she is actually, I would put her C+. She is very good. Mainly used right now as a mighty block shredder, and also if you have execute on her, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of hard to deal with. Leo is like the most C tier tank, best start. I feel like him being C tier and like how basic he is, fulfill his role as a starter hero tank, and he's solid even in arena, still being used in high level for freaking sure. Ophelia even though she got changes, she needs a little something else. She's still a little meh. And then next one's gonna be Hella. They did buff her damage to be actually kind of relevant, so that's why she's even in C tier. But there are just better picks right now. What can I say? Baldir has made a return up from the D tier. Tank Baldir with the magical armor legacy is pretty much what you see him used for now, and he's pretty freaking effective. And the grand arena buff rotates around fast enough to where he is relevant, but that's pretty much all you really see him as. But he definitely needs some more changes for sure. I'll give him like D++. Kane, only used for item farming now. He's pretty useless otherwise, but item farming, Kane. Pretty unique, very strong. Tayback, his taunt effect is very strong, but if you don't have him awake, he's freaking garbage, but his effect alone is very iconic to the game and something you should know so that you be able to utilize them. Zhao Yun, one of my freaking favorite heroes in the game. Unfortunately, he's just not great. I'll give him like C++ maybe. And he is percent scaling. It's just that he has a lot of stuff that deals with frame per second and all that jazz. So I am very much looking forward to a rework rework of that bad boy. Rosette, mainly only used for damage boosting capabilities, but she can also do some damage too. You know, there's some fun dunk builds you see out there. And I'm actually going to put the newest hero, Moors, on here and see. Executes very good. He's not meta by any means. He is very useful if you have his legacy and can stack that execute, and then you even use Book of the Dead. He is very fun to use, but not super effective, and it's kind of niche, not gonna lie. It's kind of niche, not as OP as you would think. Of course, when he was released, there was a lot of there was an interaction with one of his effects that made him super freaking broken. Then obviously AWESOMEPIECE was like nah, and put a limit on that. So otherwise he would have been very high on this list, but that time is not now. He's okay. He's okay, I'd say. He's pretty unique in his own. He's not D tier, but I'll give him like C plus maybe. And that is it for C. For B tier, let's go Dandy. A lot of utility tank, and she's pretty middle of the road. Of course, you can achieve those fun unkillable Dandy builds. Estia, a lot of utility as well, but not like super S tier meta, but very good flex slot. You'll see that there's going to be a lot of flex slot and utility capabilities, you know, middle of the road up, B tier up, right? Gidneo is another spell shield. A lot, like spell shield is very strong. Utility as well. Raw Hawk is used for his damage boosting capabilities with throwing 2 birds out, and he can apply it for 2 targets, and also attack speed slow, very good in some cases as well. Priya, another one that's very solid AoE stun, very good with Bardry, and very stable. She's pretty good, but not crazy good, right? And then next one's gonna be Hedong, very good staple AoE, whatchamacallit, AoE CC, and he's been a staple for a very long time. Surprisingly, has never been nerfed or adjusted. And there'll be, and you know, obviously you can proc a accuracy with him as well. And then there's the other arguments of, oh, Jupiter can proc a accuracy. I'm not gonna put freaking Jupiter up high just because she can proc a accuracy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That is just how I do things. Next one's gonna be very fan favorite, Sephiroth of the game, Virgil, Zalbai. Now Zalbai is, you don't really see him anywhere, to be honest. He is up here because he can actually dishes out not too bad of a damage, but he's not meta by any means. He's just very fun to play. C++ is what I'll give him, but you know, as Zalbai fans, I'll give him middle of the road. Next one's gonna be Elizabeth. Elizabeth is a staple as well. I'll give her like B++, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's actually really good, but my issue with her is that she is not the standard go-to for void stacking. The other Mara or like Rai or something like that is a little more standard, but you still do, you see a lot more Elizabeth with voice stacking nowadays because of Reyna and things like that. So very good option, like very unique, man. Like the mana thing is kind of what kills him, but it's actually not that bad of a problem. But I'll give her like B++. You might see her move up in the next list. Mayu is The Rock Johnson. He actually dishes out quite a bit of damage, but still middle of the road, but pretty solid over the C tier picks in my opinion. Like, it can be a carry. He's just very boring to play and very boring to look at. I think that's his main issue. Hanzi, even with the buffs, I think she is still middle of the road, pretty good kind of thing, right? Still there. Saras fallen a lot. I'll give him like C++, but I'll give you guys B. Feels kind of bad to put him in C, but we'll see. Next one I'm gonna be putting Eevee. Eevee is not herself, like her legacy is freaking broken, but with legacy obviously is great, but is not as great as with the other hero that uses that one. But herself without the legacy, she's actually kind of freaking mid, you know what I'm saying? But there's another hero. My issue is that there's another hero that uses her legacy way better, and she has to be compared to that, right? And that's why, like, I gotta knock her down, man. I gotta knock her down. Next one is gonna be Isaac. Isaac, very good legacy, very good support hero, very good spell, defense, shred, and all that stuff. But not 100% necessity. It doesn't break the game, in my opinion. So, I mean, there's so many. We're hitting to a spot in the game where there's so many spots on your team, and you have to figure out who goes in that slot, right? Who has the most utility, or who's the best flex slot, or whatever, right? So Isaac is good, right? Is good, but it's not going to be like a Link hero type of like, oh dang, I'm facing someone that has this and I don't have it, I'm done, right? So Rai, another one that has fallen for me. She is used for, she's the other void stacker. She's just been middle of the road, right? Middle of the road, but very good. Ren, middle of the road. Now, Ren, I almost would put her in C, but you really don't see her much. She's okay. She's okay. You know, oh man, like it feels so bad to put her in C. So I'm gonna just put her in C. I mean, if I had to pick a carry, and I saw Ren, and then I saw like these guys down here, I mean, I'd be happy with Ren, right? You know what I'm saying? So like just logic wise, I'll give you guys B. You know, Ren fans, I'll give you B. All right, so that is it for B tier. A tier now, we're gonna go Lily, hero log, staple, very good, solid tank. I was like, Lily, she's such a good freaking flex slot, bro. Like she's so good as a freaking tank. And then Naria, of course, Naria barbarian builds, very counterable for sure, very fan favorite, very good meta archetype in the game. That's very fun. I mean, let's be honest, who doesn't like seeing big numbers and popping 1 second? Mara, a very good go-to void stacker, and she has a lot of utility and things like that, and a lot going on for her. Very staple up there. Very good frontline void stacker path, whatever. Like for me personally, she has been very good. Karam is the only character in the game right now with evasion, and she can even give that to other heroes. Very good utility as well. Very solid. Now she's not exactly irrelevant, but is very popular. I'll give her like B+. I'll give her like B+, but she brings a lot to the table and a uniqueness to the game. So I'll give her A. I'll give her A. You might see her fall down at some point, but we'll see. Victoria, barbarian, you know, one shot pop. You know, to be honest, I'm not a Victoria fan, but I gotta give Victoria fans. We're Victoria fans too. Next one, Tayson, hybrid tank, very good scales, and you know, you guys know all about the Tayson, right? Pretty unique tank frontline hybrid guy. Kanak is the new Evan in the game. Pretty much all your farming needs. You don't really see him anywhere else, really, to be honest with you. But people do like Kanak, like Evan. He's the new Evan. What can I say? Next one, Tia. Tia is very strong still, and can shut stuff mainly in arena. You mainly see her in arena. Very popular. Belina. Oh man, Belina has been falling for me, but she is a pretty good powerhouse. Her ceiling is normally higher than some of these other ones, and I'll give her A for now. I'll give her like B+, but I'll shove her up. Next one, Leica. I really love Leica, bro. Leica, the Leica remake was some chef kit stuff. Legacy, so good. Not quite S, but very good. I'll give him like A+, man. Like I'm a Leica fan. His rework was amazing. I love him. Mainly arena, but he is very powerful. Mainly arena hero. And Petros, very good support now. His support abilities is very good now. It's kind of the same you feel with Isaac, but like with Petros, it's a little. His effect is a bit stronger in my opinion, but he's not going to be a make or break of a team in my opinion. So he's not like S tier where Link heroes are, right? So that's how I feel about him. And then Jinju, I'm going to put her up to A tier. Obviously with Courage Legacy, she is such a staple hero that kind of transcends that kind of what's in the Grand Arena meta or what have you. Like Courage Legacy makes this chick go all the way up here, and obviously with Devour and things like that. So like Courage is a good class because of the legacy, right? And of course, I gotta account for all that. Now with S tier, it is the same as last time, so I'm just gonna put him up here. Like you guys know the drill. Link heroes, right? Lunaire, Mono, don't need to go with them. They're super OP. Pick one, put them on your team. And then we got Leica, we got Bargy, mana battery. You can't go wrong with that. And then, you know, these guys, scaling. And then the Mirna legacy because of Eevee, right? And very good for everything. So, that is the list. How fast did I freaking go? Did I make it under whatever, 15 something on under? Yeah, you know, it was a freaking record. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, to be honest, I did it this way because I personally don't really have time to record currently, and this is the only time that I can. I would love to sit here and talk about it, but to be honest, the tier meta hasn't really changed too much right now. And right now for 2025, at the beginning of it, they're doing a new rotation with like every other season where there's a new hero. So new hero cadence will be a lot slower. they're introducing more legacies for older type of heroes to fill that up. So we'll see how that goes. But in terms of right now, the tier strength power, it hasn't really shifted too much, right? Like, of course, you have like the arena, grand arena buff and things like that. But other than that, it hasn't really been shaken up too much. So, you know, I think it's fine for now. And plus, it's a shorter video than that. You know? And lastly, if this is the first time you're hearing it, I have been working on something for like at least like freaking 6 months, it feels like, for the channel, and it's finally kind of wrapping up. So within, like, you know, maybe next month or the following month, I'll be able to really roll them out. Now I'm so excited to roll this out. So thank you guys again for keeping up with the channel and liking and enjoying the content for 2024. And also, you know, King God Castle. I love King God Castle. I still freaking play it every day, man. And I hope you guys, you know, follow along the channel, whether you still play it or whether you're taking a break. You know, hope you still subscribe to the channel. You know, maybe you can be like, oh, what's King God Castle's up to? What's King Nob up to? You know, it's your boy. I'm here for you. You know, whether you are just chilling or you're just watching me dying, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. Anyways, I'm gonna hit those in there. Thumbs if you like this, subs if you love it, and I'll see you next one, boys. Later.